The child I never met still lives in me. That's the line that cracked my chest open when I read this post. Not, I'm sad. Not, I'm hurting. Not even I miss them. But they still live in me. Like a ghost you can't exorcise, a heartbeat you never heard, but feel anyway. That's the kind of raw, unfiltered grief that doesn't care about logic, about time, about whether anyone else understands. It just is. And this dad? He's carrying it alone. Not because he wants to, but because no one told him men grieve unborn children too. Welcome to Mindsnap, where we don't just tell stories, we feel them. And today broke me. Let me say this up front. I am not here to debate abortion. Not here. Not now. Not on this channel. That's not what this is about. This is about the quiet, crushing grief of a father who loved a child he never got to hold, and the way that love doesn't disappear just because the world didn't see them. This is about the kind of pain that doesn't announce itself with screaming or tears, but with a slow, suffocating weight that sits on your chest every single day. And it's about the terrifying loneliness of realizing you're the only one who feels it this deeply. This man, let's call him Alex, because that's not his name, but it should be, posted this online not looking for judgment, not looking for solutions, not even looking for sympathy, really. He posted it because he needed to say it out loud. And when I read it, I had to stop. I had to put my phone down. I had to walk around my apartment for 5 minutes just to breathe. Because Alex didn't just lose a pregnancy. He lost a child, and no one told him he was allowed to mourn. Alex and his wife found out they were expecting last August. Strip test. Positive. Joy. Hope. A future they dared to imagine. But then, something changed. We don't know what. Maybe it was fear. Maybe it was pressure. Maybe it was 1,000 tiny cracks in their foundation that no one noticed until it was too late. But whatever it was, Alex's wife made a decision. And Alex? He was informed. Not consulted. Not included in the choice. But there, supporting her, holding their 2-year-old daughter while his wife went through a procedure that ended a life he had already begun to love. And here's the thing about love. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't wait for logic. It doesn't care about timing or readiness or whether the world thinks you're allowed to grieve something that never drew breath. Alex loved that child. He knew that child. In the quiet spaces between heartbeats and ultrasound scans and whispered dreams of tiny shoes and first words, he already loved them. And when they were gone, the love didn't vanish. It just turned into something heavier, something that sits in your ribs like a stone. Now, a year later, August has come around again, and Alex is crying, not in front of people, not in a way that makes noise, but in the shower, in the car, when he looks at his daughter blowing bubbles in the backyard. He's crying because he's grieving a child he never met, a child who never got to be, a child who was loved before they even existed. And the worst part? He feels guilty for grieving, because society tells men, be strong, don't cry, move on. We're not supposed to feel the loss of something that never was. We're not supposed to carry a grief that has no grave. We're supposed to be the rock, the support, the one who holds everyone else together. But who holds us? No one. Okay, I need to pause here, because I just read something that made me stop typing. Alex said, I have a beautiful daughter who is turning 2, and I love her more than I can put into words. And then he said, sometimes, whenever I look at her, I find myself thinking about the child I could have been loving, raising, and watching grow alongside her. Oh my God, that's not just grief. That's comparison. That's looking at the child in your arms and wondering about the child you'll never hold. That's loving 2 children at once. One you know, one you'll never meet, and feeling like you're betraying one by loving the other. And here's the kicker. Alex isn't angry. He isn't blaming his wife. He's not writing this to guilt her or question her choice. He's writing this because he's drowning in a grief no one talks about. A grief that has no name, no ritual, no funeral, no shared language. He's grieving a child who was loved, and no one told him he could. I want to talk about the silence around this, because it's deafening. We talk about women's grief after miscarriage. We talk about the physical pain, the hormonal shifts, the emotional toll. We talk about the guilt, the shame, the isolation. We talk about how hard it is to go back to work, to face other pregnant women, to see baby clothes in stores. We talk about all of it. But when a man feels this, when a man cries this, when a man sits in the dark and whispers to a child he'll never meet, we don't have a script for that. We don't have a support group. We don't even have a name for it. And that's the real tragedy here. Because Alex isn't broken. He's not weak. He's not too sensitive. He's a father who loved a child before they existed. And that love doesn't just disappear because the world didn't see them take their first breath. Grief isn't a math equation. You don't get to decide how much you're allowed to feel based on how long someone lived. Grief is a storm, and sometimes it comes when you least expect it. August came back, and Alex's heart broke all over again. I need to ask you something, and I need you to answer honestly. Have you ever loved someone so deeply that even their absence feels like a presence? Have you ever mourned a life that never was, but still felt real? Have you ever looked at your child and wondered about the sibling they never met? Because if you have, you're not alone. And if you haven't, you might not understand. But that doesn't make Alex's grief any less real. He's not asking for judgment. He's not asking for blame. He's not even asking for answers. He's asking for company. He's asking, is this normal? Does it ever get easier? Do other fathers feel this too? And the answer is yes. Yes, it's normal. No, it doesn't always get easier. And yes, other fathers feel this too. But they don't talk about it. Because men aren't supposed to. I want to tell Alex something. Your grief is valid. Your love was real. And the child you never met, they were loved before they ever existed. And that matters. It matters more than society's silence. It matters more than outdated expectations. It matters more than the fear of being misunderstood. You are not weak for feeling this. You are not broken. You are a father. And fathers love, even when the world doesn't see the object of that love. So cry if you need to. Talk if you can. And know this, you are not alone, even if it feels like it. This is the kind of story that stays with you. The kind that makes you question everything you thought you knew about love, loss, and what it means to be a parent. The kind that lingers in your mind long after the video ends. And Alex, if you're watching this, I hope you find peace. Not because the grief goes away, but because you learn to carry it without shame. Because you realize that loving someone who never drew breath doesn't make you less of a man. It makes you more of a father. Because love isn't measured in time. It's measured in depth. And Alex, you love deeply. And that's something no one can ever take away. Drop your verdict below. Was this person right or wrong? Did Alex have the right to grieve? Or was his pain invalid because he wasn't allowed to feel it? We want to hear your thoughts. And more than that, we want to hear from fathers who've been where Alex is. Subscribe and hit the bell. Because stories like this, they don't get told enough. And the world needs to hear them. Now go be kind. And remember, love doesn't follow rules. It just is.